most people base their decisions and their actions and behaviour based on their sensitivity. We are so sensitive that we lose it as we get older through pain and struggle, upheaval, challenges, hurt, disappointment, obstacles, setbacks. Um, yeah, and whatever else you want to throw in the mix. And it's like an onion. We whack another layer um, around us, and we whack another layer around us until we get to a point where we're not even aware of what we've done. We're not even consciously aware of where we've put ourselves. And just as an example, most of us, and when I talk, like, uh, I'm not excluded from anything I talk about. As a matter of fact, anything I talk about, I need to learn. And that's why I say it. Whatever comes out of my mouth, that needs to be applied to me. This just helps me to keep reminding me what I have to do. Yeah, we don't know. We've we've put protection around us for our sensitivity, and we're defending ourselves most of the time, instead of being just being, instead of just being. And we want to show others that we're as good, and we compete, and but we all do it in all different ways. Some do it more subtly than others. But even being there is it's wasted energy. It really is. It is so wasted energy. Staying where we're concerned about what people think of us. And hey, we're always going to be concerned what people think of us somewhat. That's normal. But when you start behaving in that way, where it's part of who you've become, what are people actually trying to achieve when they feel like they need to defend their position with other people, circumstances, their life? What is that? Why do we need to do that? Why do we compete? Um, well, I think the reason why we do it is because we don't understand how sensitive we are. And it's our sensitivity that we're protecting. And it's our feelings that we're protecting. We're always protecting our feelings. That's the heart of the soul. But it's being aware of what we're trying to protect so you can do something about it and realize you don't have to protect it. There's nothing to protect, there's nothing to defend. If we can lose our attachment to our point of view, you might be able to change the world. When we're forever defending, we're not creating. Unless we understand that we are defending ourselves, we understand that our behaviour is related to protecting our feelings. And when we understand that, we can do something about that. And like, to do something about it is to know it. I used to defend myself so much, and I didn't understand. I was so sensitive to things, and the more I admitted my sensitivity, the more I got free of feeling like I wanted to react to things, and that's a good thing. The more I do that, because I can handle the sensitivity, and that's really important, to be able to manage sensitivity and your feelings by not imposing them onto other people, or seeing there's no value in defending your position. When you feel something strongly, you feel it strongly, and that's it. And if you feel like you need to defend yourself, and ways that where people defend themselves, that they're critical of others, um, they're very opinionated. Um, they're right, you're wrong. Um, Trying to put other people down, trying to belittle people, sarcasm, thinking you're better, assuming they're thinking, assuming you know their motives, just to say the least, just a few of them. That's that's of no value. That's there's no the only productive value in that is identifying that and putting that where it lies behind you, or stop doing it. And that's the remedy. How do you change it? Stop it. How do you improve? Change. How do you create something? How do you drive a car? Drive it. You've actually got to change it. But if you don't see that as uh, as something where it doesn't hold any value for you to change, then you probably don't want to go to certain places that I'm talking about. Or if you do, you might want to reassess that a little bit. But again, it's your call. And the places I'm talking about going, it's achieving your dreams. It's you having the ability to imagine a life that you want. It's you getting in touch with your creativity, and that's in your imagination. You're allowed to imagine anything in your life. And the only thing that stops you from creating out of that imagination is, I believe, is self-sabotaging it, and not picking yourself up. Where you're sensitive. You're a sensitive soul, and we're all sensitive. And the more you can focus on that, the better it is. And we can portray whatever we want. We can say, no, I'm tough, and I'm not sensitive, and I don't get hurt, and I'm not an emotional person. I don't protect my feelings. I'm okay, and that's fine. That's no problem. But as I said, if you're seeking to go into different realms and experience new possibilities and a different way from what you've been experiencing. This stuff, maybe it's good to have insight into what other people have experienced as something that is part of their own development, and they've used certain things and they've become aware of things that have been roadblock or door stoppers in their lives. A life is a life. It doesn't have to be anything other than that. But unfortunately, we live in a world where it's designed differently for us to want and to have and to be and to live every day. We all have to live with where we're at in our lives. And for me, I'm just never I'm just never settled to to have anything but what I know. And if that's not the case, well, that will be shown to me. But I'm not going to sit back and wait in that preference of that to be shown to me if that's not the case. I'll work on the good feelings that I trust to believe those emotions are there, and those feelings and desires and dreams are there for me to act on and to create through hard work and having a never give up attitude. And I've learned things through that um, where I've sabotaged myself unconsciously, and I've done it. I've done both. I've been very successful, but and and I identify how I got there and what my attitude was like there, and I've tried to reinvent that in a different framework, and it never manifested to the dream or the desire. But when I was acting in a different way with a different attitude, and I was let's say, just more committed to the projects that I was working on, they manifested. So a part of success is understanding, yeah, your sensitivity, because if you stay in that mode of I'm going to do back to people what they've done to me, or um, they're the reason why I feel this way, or this is the reason why I am not where I am in my life, and blah 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 blah. Um, well, keep swimming in that current. It's tough, but if you can go, okay, well, I get hurt, I get upset, I feel a little bit silly. I don't feel like I'm out on a limb at the moment, but that's okay. Every every person travelling through this GPS to the destination goes through exactly the same thing. So have a great Saturday, and yeah, hit the bell. Challenge me, challenge my thoughts, challenge the principles that I'm talking about to develop a razor sharp attitude. And it doesn't happen overnight. It's a continuum all your life to keep developing a razor sharp attitude and stay on top of it, and to always be open to new ideas and new information that you can capitalise on. That's success. You can't beat that formula. Subscribe if you will. It helps. It only helps my message. And yeah, I like Wouldn't Go Astray here and there. So have a great day and God bless.